This is the book of Isaiah 29 verse 15, and it reads, woe. Woe means destruction, okay? Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh. Notice the scripture said from Yahweh, all right? Not from everybody else, because the people are in gross darkness. You know, when I say the people, I'm talking about everybody, whether that be a 2/3 or, a Edomite or any other nation, heathen nation that's out there, right? All right? Because they really don't quite understand what's going on. Remember, the scripture said it's a gift, all right? And their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, of whom I learn from each and every day. Okay? Healthy shalom to the elect out there. Now, you know, it's 2 o'clock, but it's my lunch break, if you will. All right, it's my lunch break, and I'm sitting here. Actually, I'm sitting here in my truck, and there's a whole lot going on, man, and a whole lot of I've watched a whole lot of videos. Shit, man, look, listen, Israel, look, it's to the point to where don't even want to listen to music. It's just lessons and listening to the reading and the prophecies, because that's really what it's all about, man. The people really are in gross darkness. I'm just saying, but this lesson is going into how, if you not sure or don't know, well, what AIPAC is. AIPAC is basically an Israeli, you gotta say it that way, a tiny topper, right? Lobby, to Congress, basically to all of the Babylonian leadership, man. This place, Babylon, aka America, has been compromised, and it's been compromised for the longest time. Remember, the scripture said Amalek is the first of the nations, right? So without further ado, there's a couple of videos that I want to show you. Maybe 2 or 3 videos actually I want to show you. All right, the first one is where you have Congress members being asked by several different people. There's a million videos on TikTok and maybe even on YouTube alike, showing where these people, and some of them are even jakes, man. 2-time sellouts, man. I was gonna call them a 2-time loser, but not really. Because everybody should know by now that Israel wins in the kingdom, whether you a 2/3 on this side or not. But going into how they won't directly answer the question, Israel first or America first, right? When you got DJ Trump, which is all up in bed with all this, he's got look, Israel got all this damning information on Nero number 47. All right, and they managed to get his ass up in there. Well, hey, look, it's all prophecy anyway. Isaiah the 19th chapter, right? The cruel Lord, that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua setting over the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Wars and rumors of wars, but you can't really rely on the media, seeing as the very same people that's orchestrating this are the very same people that own all the media, control the narrative, if you will. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you a couple videos. One is on this old bat. That's what I call her, she old bat, Virginia Fox, man. She damn devil, right? That's what she is, man. All right, and the reason why I'm playing this because I was watching. What's his name? His name is Ben something, the Midas Touch Network, and he was going in on her, and then I realized, this correlates with the lesson. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play this, and we'll get a couple things on Virginia Fox. Also, my family, 2 of my family members, my family, all right, my wife and my son have had interactions with this damn devil, straight up. Both of them have, all right, and my wife said that she. Let me show you this first, all right. Stay tuned.
Stopped. I'm a reporter with the Stu Peters Network. I would just love to ask you a quick question. I'm trying to ask every representative I can.
Go for it, Frank.
That is, do you care more about the American people or Israel as a member of Congress?
I don't think they're mutually exclusive, Frank.
Can you elaborate?
They're our best ally.
Are they? Who do you care about more, the United States or Israel? United States or Israel, sir? No answer? Should we put you down for Israel? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? It's an easy one. American people or Israel? You don't got to fake a phone call. American people or Israel? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? The American people or Israel, sir? Who do you care about more, the American people or Israel? No answer?
Can we ask you America first or Israel first?
Israel first.
Israel first?
Yes.
Before America?
No, of course not.
Excuse me, sir. America first or Israel first? America first or Israel first?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you about that.
They're killing off Palestinians. Are we helping them survive? Well, they've got a higher standard of living than we do, a longer lifespan than we do, free education, free housing, free health care.
Did you know that in Israel, every resident is insured under the national health insurance law?
We're sending them money. Why? Ask yourself why a U.S. congressman can wear an Israeli military uniform in congressional chambers. I would think that would be an act of treason, but they did. Nobody said anything. Ask why the Israeli prime minister can bypass the president, fly directly in and speak to our Congress without any other government interaction. Congress gave him 26 standing ovations. I think most pop stars would like 26 standing ovations. Our Congress gave Netanyahu, a foreign prime minister, 26 standing ovations. I have difficulty looking at that in any other way than we're occupied. Statistically speaking, we have shown that whoever spends the more money on an election wins 94% of the time. Whoever spent the most wins.
Let me make one thing clear. Israel has never been and will never be an apartheid state. Amnesty International's latest report that labels Israel as an apartheid state is nothing short of an outright denial of the Jewish state's right to exist. This report should be condemned immediately. It is the textbook definition of anti-Semitism. Instead of peddling these falsehoods and baseless allegations, Amnesty International would do well to focus on the human rights violations.
Don't even think about it. I've got things to do.
And why do you think anti-Semitism is a problem and not anti-Islamophobia?
You're not welcome on this elevator. It's a members only.
I'm sorry. Why are you destroying the lives of so many young people on
Why are you
campuses?
attacking children and teachers who are just trying to speak up for Palestinians?
The elevator.
Why are you
I have
doing
work
that?
to do.
Yeah, your work is
Officer.
We have to speak up about
Officer.
being harassed.
Stop harassing students who only want to stop a genocide.
All right, so you saw that, and you can see for your own eyes and you can make your own damn judgments. But when it comes down to it, the truth is the truth. And Virginia Fox, like I was saying before, and I'm going to send this lesson. My wife, she at work or whatever, well, that's nobody's damn business. But my wife said this, it was years ago. So, I'm trying to remember exactly, how she put it. But my wife called Virginia Fox. She said she's a first class bitch, straight up. Okay. She is a first class bitch. And you saw, and don't get your panties all up in a bunch or whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right. Don't. All right. Because that's exactly what she is. Matter of fact, the scriptures call certain women, that shall be counted as a dog. And what's a female dog? You already know. I don't need to explain that, but she did. She said she's a first class bitch. She came up, up here to what the brothers affectionately call Mount Seir. All right. And you understand why, but came up here to visit, her workplace or whatnot. And I ain't gonna give you no other details really, but she was supposed to come in and check it out and see the good works and the things that the people at a workplace was doing. And give accolades or whatever. You know what it is, one of those things. And she said, my wife told me that she just walked in and was like, okay, it's good, and just left. She didn't check out nothing. She didn't, go into anything. She's the first. And you saw all that AIPAC and all that. She's got all these laws and lobbying for Israel and all that. So, the point is this, man. This place is through. Matter of fact, here, let me go ahead and get the scripture. Let me get it in the AI summary. Because I sort of like using this. It's just another tool, to edify the body. But you see, Amalek, all right? I typed in Amalek is the first of the nations, and that's in the scripture, Numbers 24 and verse 20, all right? Amalek is referred to as the first of the nations. So there's a reason why you heard, just see, it might have been one of those videos, Salakia. My mind is all over the place, Salakia for that, but I believe in one of those videos, it was one of those videos where the interviewer was asking those Congress people walking through the halls of Congress there, why is it Israel first and not America first? They was asking why. Well, this is the reason. It's prophecy. It's right here. Amalek is referred to as the first of the nations. It's right here in the scripture. Let's read. Let's go ahead and read the scripture. Numbers 24 verse 20 reads, where is where's noted? No. Let's go ahead and get the scripture. Here we go. And we'll go ahead and get it. Numbers 24 verse 20. And he looked on Amalek. Now, Amalek is those tiny tops, those 1948ers over there that's written about in Ezekiel, the 36th chapter, that parted our land with all the joy of their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Okay? That's what the scripture said. And those are the people who have done that. So that's a straight cut. I mean, you go to Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Again, my mind's all over the place, but you can go to a lot of different scriptures showing you that these people are not supposed to be, these people are not the people, of the Bible, if you will. They're the Edomites. They are the people of the Bible, but they're not the people that's supposed to be over there. Just saying. All right? Take it as it comes. Numbers 24, verse 20. And when he looked upon Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. What? The first of the nations. And can you not clearly see that? Look, man, when you got a prime minister of an entirely different country, whether they're allies of the United States or not, Babylon is what we know it called to be, right? When you got a prime minister that can stand up in Congress, and I believe, all the Congress members and whatnot, the AIPAC people, all right, they gave him 26 standing ovations. Well, how can a prime minister of a whole nother country, and that goes against the Constitution, by the way. I'm just saying, you can look these things up, man. All right? How can he go in and make a whole damn 2, 3, or whatever, however many hour speech and get standing ovations? How can he do that? Why? Because he is the first of the nations. He is the head tribe of the Edomites. All right? These very same devils that have got themselves into quite of a quagmire, over there in Iran. You remember the scripture said, let the weak say I'm strong, right? All right, let's read it again. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be to perish forever. To do what? To perish forever. And that's the head tribe. So you know for a fact, the rest of the Edomites, their asses is going down too, man. They're going down. And it ain't going to be in a blaze of glory, like the song. No, it ain't going to be no blaze of glory. It's going to be shameful spewing, upon his leadership, which is happening right now in front of your eyes. You see? All right? And again, man, and it's hard to, like with the Strait of Hormuz and all the things, a lot of people say it different. A lot of things that are going on, the oil being cut off, but it's only being cut off for Babylon and its allies and the people that are basically raging war and waging all kinds of warfare against Iran and basically the rest of the earth. Okay? I mean, hey, even some of Babylon's allies are saying, nah, we'll sit this one out. This is not our war. All right? And it's all prophecy. It's really a beautiful thing. And when you go into it and you look at it, There's a lot of people, I know I've been rambling a lot here, but there's a lot of people that keep, complaining about, and we, us Israelites, we wrapped up in all the middle of this. Remember the scripture said, let's get it, for the controversy of Zion. That's the whole point. All right? I wanted to go a little bit more into Virginia Fox, but screw her. You see, yeah. That's what it's all about. Precept must be upon precept. Zion was spelled wrong, but let's spell it right. Get the scripture. Zion, which are the Israelites. Yeah. This is why. Isaiah 34 verse 8 reads, for it is the day of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. And that controversy is all the different things that each and every one of these nations have done and had a hand in and been instrumental on taking us down and keeping us down, man. Ultimately, it was Yahweh who did that and scattered us amongst the nations and allowed these devils to part our land. Okay? So let's go back here. I read numbers, Virginia Fox, AIPAC. I could go into it, but you've seen enough. You already know. It's not just Virginia Fox, but I made it a point to bring that out because again, my wife has met this woman, and called her a first class bitch, right? Oh, that reminds me of something. My son, Sarad, man, my son, on a high school trip. He was up there in D.C. and Virginia Fox herself, because she's a representative of North Carolina, right? Her devil ass was showing them around the halls of Congress, all right? And and it's coming straight, out of the horse's mouth. Anyway, and my son told me, man, and the water to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for giving him at least the understanding and the eyes to see certain things because nobody else saw it. And what he saw was this, is she was wearing a 5-pointed star, right? She was wearing it around her neck. And what do they call it? They call it the Star of David. That's what they call it, right? Okay? She was wearing that, and my son, oh man, I wouldn't say for lack of better judgment, he was just like, he knew what it was. He was like, why is she wearing that? So he asked her. He looked her straight in her face and he asked her, why are you wearing that? Right? And again, nobody else caught it. You know what she did? She looked at my son and did not answer him. She couldn't give him an answer. All right? And the way I sort of wish I had him here beside me. He could tell you. He could tell you better than I could explain it because he was there in person. Right? And hey, put a face to it. Here's that devil. Look at it. See, look, AIPAC funded representative proposed bill to block financial aid to colleges boycotting Israel, man. Ain't that something? Yeah, and that's the spirit, man. It's just right there. Okay? But anyway, he said she looked at him like, how did you know that? Like, how did you know what that was? She wasn't expecting that shit. So you already know what it is, man. Okay? So going back to the Strait of Hormuz and how people are really complaining about, the gas prices, the diesel prices and all that. You had that, you had Eve crashing out, talking about, I just got back into the trucking industry. Oh man, that was funny as hell. And I've seen several brothers put that up. All right. Several elders, by the way, put that up, man. Crashing out, man. She's really supposed to keep her ass at home anyway, but you know how Babylon is, but people are complaining about these prices and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But what people don't understand is this. I wanted to go here. Let's go to Gronk. All right. What people don't understand is petroleum products are way more, and I mean way more than just gasoline. It's way more than even what they call that, WD-40, which has all kinds of uses. I'm just saying, it does. It's way more than that, man. It's in pharmaceuticals, and that's a big part of Esau Edom's deception and money making, man. The revenue stream. Okay, that's a huge part. You understand? Let's go here. Let's see. Well, the Brits call it petroleum, and I think it's really supposed to be called petroleum. Let's see. What do I want to ask it? Okay, you see what I asked it? What are some products made from petroleum? All right, 20 results. There's so many. I mean, it's in plastic. You know, hell, mainly it is plastic. Okay, petroleum, crude oil, all right, is refined into a wide range of fuels and serves as the raw material for countless. Did you hear that? Countless. All right, so this is a bigger impact than what you think it is. It's going to impact. You know, just basically everything you buy. Cellophane. You know, the products that your food comes in. You know, hey. I just noticed something. Matter of fact, I know I shouldn't be eating this shit, but I'm eating it. I went to Cookout, you know, I grabbed something to eat, right? And right here, oh, that's something else right there. That's the spirit. Right there on the cup, which is probably made from petroleum products too. It's plastic or styrofoam, whatever. It says Proverbs 1 verse 7. I'm going to get that. And it says, God bless America. You can't make that shit up, man. You can't make it up, Jake. I swear you can't make it up, man. All right, serves as raw material for countless other products through petrochemical processes, right? While most people associate it with gasoline, right, like I was talking about, and other fuels, over 6,000 everyday items are derived from petroleum derivatives. Did you hear what that said? Over 6,000, and it said over that, so it's probably way more than that. All right, all kinds of different products. This is diesel, jet fuel, heating oil. You know, you got to keep yourself warm. Liquefied petroleum gases, which is your LP, you know, your propane and whatever, and your damn natural gases and stuff like that. Non-fuel products, and everyday items. Petrochemicals from petroleum are used to create plastic, synthetic materials, chemicals. All right, it's probably not going to say much about pharmacia, if you will, but there's a lot of that. There's a whole lot of it. All right, and more. Here are some common categories and examples. Plastics, let's see, almost all plastics. Bottles, you know, which is, it's killing all of us. The amount of microplastics in your system is astronomical. See, this devil got to go, man. This devil got to go, bro. You know, he got a nerve to print out Proverbs 1 verse 7. God bless America, man. Fuck this place, man. Call hello, how about Shimmy how shot. All right, credit cards, computers, computer parts, phone cases. Well, I'm doing a lesson on the phone right now. And they said they put pork in all this shit too. Trash bags, vinyl flooring. All right, you walking on vinyl flooring, man. This place is all, man. We man, come on now. Shower curtains. All right. Look, Jake, gotta be Jake. You heard the trunk rattling. Unbreakable dishes. Lock you, man. Jake pisses me off. Personal and care products, lipstick, shampoo, hand lotion, deodorant, shaving cream, toothpaste, nail polish, perfumes, petroleum jelly, which is Vaseline. All right, you know, P Diddy was using a lot of petroleum products. Ah, man, that's crazy. All right, detergents, dishwashing liquid. So you washing your dishes in petroleum products, man. This is something to look at here, because all this, everything's gonna go up. See, candles, crayons, ink, floor wax, paint, and adhesives. Let's see, ballpoint pens and transparent tape. Here you go. Medical and health items, aspirin. All right. Antihistamines, right? Let's see, antiseptics. It keeps going on and on. Golf balls, which Donald Trump is using a lot of them. See? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right. What's this? I don't know what just happened. Okay, anyway. Let's go back. But Yahweh Shem he's going to disappoint these damn devils, man. Job 5 and verse 12 reads, He disappointed the devices of the crafty. Who the crafty? It's these devils out here, man. They think they gonna get away with it, but they ain't getting away with shit. All right? You ear hustling, I know. I don't give a damn, though. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. They're not going to be able to do what they want to do. All right? Ultimately, all this is leading towards the MOTB, man, that C-hip. You know, the thing that's going to be inserted into your forehead, or your right or your left head, because the scripture said hands. You see? And that mark, that M-A-R-K. And that's what it is, man, you know? So, you know what? I think I'll just leave it right there. I didn't have too much more after that. There's a whole lot going on, man. Keep your head on the swivel and pay attention, man. Pay attention. And again, I'm going to say this one more time. With the media and all the shit going on, you can't really tell what's happening. You don't know if BB gone. You don't know if, the new Ayatollah, if they said he might have been gone. I heard this from the elder earlier today, from the elder Manat Zakbar. You don't know if his ass is gone before he was even, implemented and put into that spot. So you really don't know what's going on. All we have is the prophecies and the understanding the prophecies, and what can be confirmed. All right. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.